Guys, what's going on? Joe's Neon here. Welcome to Shop Talk with Joe Part 6. I'm really super excited about this show. I've got a lot of great stuff to show you guys. A lot of stuff has been going on. First off, I just got to thank everybody again for such a really nice response and all the kind words, to this series that I'm doing. I'm really glad that you guys are enjoying it, and I'm gonna keep riding this horse. And so far, he's not tired. So I really appreciate all the kind words and everything that you guys have had to say. But I got a super lot of stuff to cover, so let's get right into it. Start with our old PBR there. Oh yeah, well here we go. Our Native American for this shop talk is the wife of Jack Red Cloud. Let me show you her. Incredible. This is all porcupine quill work. Unbelievable. Hair pipes. Buffalo bone hair pipes, brass beads, just fantastic. In the background, you guys are listening to my friends. They're called the McCrells, and they play local in the area. And my banjo instructor was actually the banjo player in this band. And in 1983, the banjo player and the guitar player in this band headed down to Virginia for the national championships for bluegrass music, and they both won first place, national champions. So yeah, these guys can play some music. I want to move on to a bunch of shout outs. I got a whole bunch of shout outs I got to do. Matt, Passion from the Outdoors. I got something going on in the woods, buddy. I need to talk to you. I'm going to shoot you a PM. You're going to hear in a little while what I got going on in the woods. Just wanted to say hello, though. Alex Schuler, he put on a 100 sub contest recently, and pretty much the Soggy Bottom gang took the whole slate. So I got second place, and it was really nice of Alex that. Second place prize was a dozen snares, but I can't snare in New York State. So I let him know that, and he said, "Hey buddy," he goes, "would you rather have a knife?" Don't ask me that question on any given day. My answer is going to be absolutely. So he was nice enough to go out and buy me a knife for second place, and he's shipping it to me. Go check out Alex Schuler. Great channel. SCHULER. Alex Schuler. Great channel. 80K Trapper. What's going on, buddy? I don't know what's going on. I'm not picking up all of your downloads. So I was kind of wondering where you've been. I hope everything's going good on the trap line, man. It's that time of year. Glenn and Tammy Trayer. Mountain Man Journals. Glenn's shooting out some really great videos on his trap line. Go check him out. Really super good stuff. Let's see here. I got a package in the mail from a gentleman named Corey Clark, and Corey's a really nice guy. Corey loves to do a lot of fishing and stuff, and he sent me a PM and asked me if he could send me a package for Shop Talk. And I'm like, absolutely, buddy. And inside here we got a note. I'm going to read this for you as quick as I can. Hey, Joe. How you doing, bud? Been watching your channel for quite a while now, and I must say, I get quite a kick out of your videos. Your river trip videos are awesome, man. Thank you, brother. Personally, my passion in life next to my family is being on the water. I know you're self-enjoying wetting a line, so I figured I would send you some items. The baits are some stuff that I custom painted and are always a hot color in this area. So hopefully they can put a few fish in your pan. The soap I sent is from Florida. I'm on their pro staff and absolutely love the stuff. It was first formulated to kill skunk smell on animals. Then the maker later aimed it towards anglers. This stuff takes away any smell off your hands, so figured you being in the outdoors guy could come in handy for you. Also, I included a shirt from my YouTube channel. Hope it comes in handy for you, bud. Oh, boy, Corey, really sweet, man. On a side note, best of luck to you this hunting season. Take care, bud, and look forward to seeing more shop talk. Keep it real. Corey Clark, mixing it up outdoors. Corey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Let me show you guys what he sent me. Check out this t-shirt, guys. Can you see that? Live to fish, fish to live. That's how we roll. Look at how nice that is. Mixing it up outdoors. Thank you so much, Corey. That's great. Can't wait to wear that. He also sent me, look at these lures that he hand painted. Look at that. Oop. Got a Swedish pimple hooked on here. So he sent me a little something for summer. Corey hand painted that. Airbrushed. It's beautiful. And he sent me this Swedish pimple that he hand painted. Check that out. Is that awesome or what? And then the backside is copper. Corey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. That's good stuff. And here's the soap he sent me from Florida. Takes away any odor, he says. Stink Finger fish soap. Stink Finger. Oh boy. Don't have a whole lot of smell to it. I don't know if there's a thing on top. There probably is. Yeah. I don't know. Let me pull this off here real quick if I can. Oh boy. Wow, that stuff smells great. I'm sure that'll work just fine. So, he sent me 2 bottles of that. T-shirt, hand-painted lures. Corey, you the man. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. Boy, that was awful nice of you. Thank you. I got to get on to question and answers. Let's see. We had Gonzo asked me what my favorite bait was, my favorite set was, and my favorite animal to catch. Well, I had that question a couple of shop talks ago, and I said muskrat because we had a lot of them. But, you know, I enjoyed catching coon just as much. We made our own bait, and what we used was wet cat food, sweet canned corn, and molasses. And my favorite set was a cubby. I would build cubbies all over the ridges. I had different sets for coon down at the stream, the edge of the stream, and trapping coon down by the stream than I did up on the ridges. Up on the ridges were all cubby sets. I'd bend over the saplings. I would make a cubby just like a longhouse. I would cover it in pine boughs, and I would have that bait in the back. Just 1 tablespoon of that bait in the back. And that cubby makes them so curious. They don't even think about going into the entrance. Although they generally will not enter through the backside or try to get through the backside. They'll come right around the front, step into 1/2 or number 2. You can even set them with conibears. So I love the cubby. That was our homemade bait. And yeah, I enjoyed catching coon just as much as I enjoyed catching muskrat. So hope that answered your question there, Gonzo. Aaron, Backyard Meat. I'm going to save your question for last in question and answers, and there's a reason why. Ray, great question, buddy. I'm really glad you asked. You wanted to see my trap basket. Well, here you go. This here's a Pete Rickards trap basket, and it's the medium size. There's a small, medium, and large. This is the medium size. The Pete Rickards basket is a little bit lighter. It's a little bit thinner strips of ash that it's made from. But that's okay. Because it's really important that you want to buy a raw basket. You don't want any finish on it whatsoever. Go get yourself a big old can of boiled linseed oil and start soaking this basket until it won't take any more boiled linseed oil. Till it almost starts to get sticky. Then you can stop. And you're looking at about 9 or 10 coats. But what that does is that makes that ash nice and pliable. It won't crack on you. You won't bust it. You won't put any holes in it. And I got a buffalo skin lure bag here that I keep on it. Made out of buffalo hide. So, but yeah, Ray, thanks a lot for asking, man. That's my basket. I don't know how things are going to work out, guys. I told you I was going to get some traps and start a line, but I haven't spoken with the landowner yet, but word has it he don't want any trapping. So if that's the case, then I'm going to be forced to travel. If I'm forced to travel, it's going to be a problem again because I just don't have the time. And I can't, I won't set a trap line unless I can dedicate myself to it. So I've told you guys that before, and that's just, that's just a rule of thumb for being a conscious trapper. Thanks, Ray. Greg, Busy Can Do. He asked me, how did I get started collecting axes? Great question, buddy. Let me tell you what. Ever since I was in diapers, I was fascinated with an axe or an axe or a hatchet. Around camp, my dad used to have to keep them put away all the time because I don't know what it was. I was just fascinated with them, and all my entire life, one of the first merit badges that I got in Boy Scouts was woodsmanship and axemanship. So, Greg, I guess it's been just a long-lived passion of mine, and it continues to live on. I've got another question about my axes and my axe collection, but thanks for asking the question, Greg. It's just been something that I was fascinated with as long as I can remember and still am today. So long live the axe, brother. Mitchell Harvey wanted to see an axe. I've showed this axe in prior videos, so I'll just go over it again quick. Mitchell, I believe this is the axe you're talking about. This is a 1936 Sager Chemical Axe. Sager Chemical Axe Company was in Pennsylvania, and every year they stamped the year on them. 1936 Sager Chemical. These axes were very special because they weren't sold in your local hardware stores. They were only sold by top-end outfitters like Abercrombie and Fitch back then. Abercrombie and Fitch today is not what they were as an outfitter. You used to be able to buy horses, canoes, whatever you needed from Abercrombie and Fitch. But they sold the Sager Chemical. But what Sager Chemical Axe decided to do was put together this big team of salespeople, give them a whole bunch of axes, and send them out to all the logging camps, all throughout the West and the Northeast and all through the Midwest. And they went out and they let the lumberjacks work with their axes to see what they think, and they became pretty much the best thing in camp. So I'm very fortunate to have this 1936 Sager Chemical, and I made a real nice sheath for it. Very happy about that. You will double strap, and it's razor sharp. Beautiful haft on it, beautiful hang, beautiful handle. I really love it. So I hope that was the one you were looking at. But thanks a lot, Mitchell, for asking me. Rodney, do we have a lot of fox, and what kind? I'd say we have a decent population of fox here. What we have here, though, is we have reds and we have grays. And then we have a cross between the two. Now, the reds are stunning. The reds are amazing. They have... they are red. I mean, they're really red. Black ears, black boots. They're absolutely gorgeous. And then you have your grays, and then you have kind of a mix. So, you know, we don't have a whole lot, but we got a decent population around here. My buddy down the road, he's got one sitting out in his horse pasture every afternoon looking for mice. So, but that's a good question, Rod. Thanks, man. Hey, you're doing really well on the line. Really well. Some nice mink you caught there in your last video. Moving on to what's going on with me. Got some great stuff in the mail, guys. What I decided to do is I wanted to take my sheath making up a notch. I wanted to start doing tooling. I wanted to work on tooling leather, and I'm just trying to, you know, learn, understand, get more information about it. Here's some of the stuff I got. I got a bunch of tools, you know, with an edge cutter, my stitch setter, my my knife there, swivel knife, and a bunch of stamps. I got some basket weave. I'm trying to learn how to do that. I got a burnisher, you know, but here's some of the my first tries. That's a basket weave that I did, you know. I didn't finish it properly. As far as the edges go, I was off, but I'm learning now. Here's a miniature basket weave that I have. I bought that stamp. That'll be really nice for smaller sheaths, knife sheaths. And this is my second attempt at basket weave with an antique finish, and I just think that came out really nice. Very nice. So, and then here's some carving and tooling that I did. That's my first attempt. So as I work at it, you know, I'm sure I'll get better. It's just, you know, it's one of those things. I got some nice dies and whatnot, you know, and I got my mallet, and it's been really enjoyable. And with the cold weather coming on, I think it's going to be a great thing to do down here in the shop. Tool leather, you know, make all different kinds of projects. So I'm excited about that. Okay. I went out in the woods yesterday afternoon. I'm sitting in my stand. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I get to say my 3 favorite words that I absolutely love. There's a deer. And here comes this 8-pointer. Beautiful, beautiful 8-pointer. Coming, walking right down through the center of the woods behind me. And he's just strolling along. So I grab a hold of my grunt call and I give him a couple mild grunts. And he looks up, he looks over. Didn't even care. Just kept walking on that line. He was going somewhere. So I had an opening, and I had him at about 33 yards, and he was going to walk into this opening. I grunted him again. Stopped, looked, could care less. Just kept walking. So I was able to get the bow up, draw it, and I got right on him, right where I wanted to be, and I let the arrow go. I'm dead on track arrow flight. All of a sudden the arrow goes right into the dirt. He just kind of kicked, and then he looked around and he just kind of walked off. Didn't really know what happened. He never saw me. He never winded me. And so I sat it out until dark, and then I went over there and I had no blood at all. I looked at this twig, or this sapling that was 10 feet in front of him, between me and him, and I severed a limb about that big in diameter, cut it right off clean with my broadhead. That's what sent my arrow right underneath his belly. So guys, I really hope I didn't screw things up, because this is a small plot of land. I think this is his spot. I don't think he's going anywhere. I didn't spook him. I didn't do anything dumb. So what I'm getting ready to do is, when I finish up this video, guys, I'm jumping back in my camo, and I'm back out there in that tree, and I'm gonna move just a little bit off the edge of the cornfield, and I'll have my camera, guys. Hopefully I can make it happen. But listen, I had my camera with me yesterday. I did get video, but because of the amount of light still left in the woods and the distance, you couldn't see the deer at all. And there was something on my lens. I got that figured out. So I'll have the camera with me. Wish me luck, guys. I want this buck. He's a mounter. He's a wall hanger, no doubt. So anyhow, guys, here's a couple of my newest tooling projects. I did the sheath for my buddy Jimmy for his S-wing hatchet. Came out really nice. Got his initials there on the back. And I did this one because he has the S-wing hatchet for Chuck Richards, Super C. I got the R crooked, but, you know, hey, part of the process of learning. So, but I wanted to share that with you guys. Another shop talk with Joe, and we're going to end it with a joke. The joke is the Lone Ranger and Silver got captured by the Indians. And they took Silver out, put him in a corral, and they put Lone Ranger in a tent. And the chief comes out and he says, "Today's the day you're going to die." He says, "Do you have any last requests?" And the Lone Ranger says, "Yeah." He says, "I want to talk to my horse." So they go out, they get the horse, and they bring him into this big teepee. And Lone Ranger walks up and whispers in his ear. Horse takes off out of the tent. And about half an hour, 45 minutes later, the horse is back, and he's got 3 women on the back of his back, and it's a blonde, a redhead, and a brunette. Absolutely gorgeous. And the Indian's looking at him, kind of scratching his head, you know, and he says, "Okay," he says, "we're going to put you to death right now." He says, "I'm going to give you one last request." He said, "What will it be?" He says, I'd like to talk to my horse." So they bring Silver over, and Lone Ranger says to Silver, "You stupid horse, I said posse. Send me a posse." So there's another one for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the vid. Give me some comments, ask me some questions, and look out for part 7, guys. Talk to you soon.